Hey Greg, how are you? Just getting started here, getting set up. We'll be right here momentarily. I got some new men's items if you're interested in that, Greg. Yeah, we're just getting set up here. Show's supposed to go live in 1 minute. Well, I came on a little early just to get set up. Oh, hey there, Kelly. Nice to see you. Let me put you as a mod. You don't have to stay if you don't want, but you can just enjoy and kick back and watch the show. I have a few new items. I've got some new men's items that are really bomb. And I'm basically doing this to test out the YouTube function. That's been glitchy since Black Friday, where I can't get it to connect to YouTube, and it wasn't just me; it was other people too. But then I also was having iPad issues. I have some more things in the buy it now. I got a couple more really cool men's items. Sure, you can go to YouTube. There's nobody there yet, but yeah, if you want to, you can. It's hard to watch both chats at the same time. And I'm more concerned with the whatnot chat than the YouTube chat. Feel free to share the show. You know, when I started back on here, probably second week of November, I really didn't expect to sell anything, but I've done all right. And thank you, Kelly. You've been one of my buyers. Hey, Gypsy Moon, how are you? Thanks for coming. I've got mostly costume jewelry items. I've got some coins, got a couple of pirate coins for the kids, and I've got some really bomb new men's items. Hello, back to you, Gypsy. Yeah, I've got a couple of really cool watches that I didn't have before. One is a brand new, need some more space here. It's a Jeffrey Bean men's, and it had been sitting in a storage locker, brand new, still had the stickers on the back, and all I had to do was change the battery. So the people that sold it to me said, yeah, all of this stuff has been sitting a while. And then I also came across this. And this is unbelievable. This is a Bel Air vintage men's pocket watch, and it has a hunter and a dog, and then it's got some ornate flowers. I'm trying to get it to focus on the back. I have not changed the battery on the pocket watch simply because this will need to go to a jeweler, because these things are sealed so that no dust or water up to so many meters can get inside. Uh, I guess guys used to carry them in the old days on chains. And I don't think this is that old. You know, it's not from the pioneer days. It's probably from the 70s or 80s. This one does not come with the chain, but you can always put a chain on it. But I am not even going to attempt to take the battery out of this because I do not have the right tools to repair pocket watches, and I'm not a jeweler. Uh, I do have the right tools to repair other watches, such as the brand new, it's actually new old stock, the Jeffrey Bean, and that's on a brown leather. The mother of pearl starting bid on everything is $5. It's actually a Bethlehem signed brooch. It's signed on the back, and it's a mother of pearl dove. It could also be considered a Native American piece, although it was made by Bethlehem. Let me bring it up. Yeah, I haven't run anything yet. I was just kind of getting like hooked up here. And hey, whoever's watching on YouTube, please scan that QR code in the top right hand corner and sign up with Whatnot and get a free $15 on Whatnot. Yeah, I'm trying to scan through the items, but there's so many people coming on the air because it's 6:03 that anytime I try to click something, I see the notifications popping up on the top of my cell phone. So let me start something. I'll show this for Kelly. It's the mother of pearl signed Bethlehem pen brooch. It's hand carved. It's probably vintage, but I can't be sure because I'm not a Bethlehem expert. But you could always research it and find out. So that's running if you're interested. If there's anything else you'd like to see, like I said, I've added, would it go on a necklace? Well, it's got a pin on the back for a brooch. It doesn't have like a hole punched into it for a necklace, and it doesn't have a bail. So, I mean, I guess you could always have a jeweler very carefully remove the pin, but I don't know if they'd want to drill into it since it's mother of pearl. But it's cute. And because it's Bethlehem, no, whoever's on YouTube, nothing here is fake. We might have to get a mod into the YouTube chat. Okay, so let me just start running some things, and we'll see how far we get. This is going to go fast tonight. I do have the children's, well, I call them children's, but I do have the pirate coins. There's actually 3 of them. One of them must have fallen off the little spinner. Let me find the third one. See, I'm not really completely 100% set up yet. Let's see. I just had it right here, but there are 3 pirate coins. So we're just going to have to pass that auction by because, oh, there he is, hiding under the watch tips. Oh, well, it's been a while since I've done this. So, Kelly, you can just watch me practice. Oh, thanks for coming over on the YouTube side. And I have to change the clock on all of these. Hi, Bianca. This is the Disney Lady and the Tramp. It's a bronze statuette. It does seem to be from the 50s or 60s, and the bronze is a little bit worn on the back. Yeah, Kel, you can come back into the Whatnot show if you like. You don't have to watch both chats. I'll kind of look at it. I'm not so concerned with the YouTube chat as I am the Whatnot chat. And all the auctions are starting at $5, but I do have just a couple of expensive pieces. I'd like to put a little bit of everything into my show, so I do have hi Bianca, I do have the jade dragon statue. I also have added, let me just move my camera a little bit so you guys can see. I have some Japanese Akoya black pearls. These are from the early 90s and they have never been worn, so they are new old stock. I am the original owner. They were bought personally by my Japanese friend who bought it from a Japanese department store, and he paid a lot of money. Sadly, he's since long gone, and I've never worn them, and I don't want them to be sitting in my closet collecting dust. They were in a shoebox full of mementos. So it's going to kind of hurt my heart, but you know what? With things that have happened in life, I need the funds. So those are for sale. The black Japanese, they have to be cultured because they're so perfect. If they were, fresh out of the ocean and not cultured, they wouldn't be that perfectly round. And they have measured at 5 millimeters. And, if they don't sell, that's okay, because then I can keep them and just admire them. But I've added that. I still, surprisingly, shockingly, I've had so many inquiries about these, and I've lowered the price multiple times. I still have the sterling silver with gold filled watch tips, the Navajo watch tips. I am shocked that the Navajo watch tips have not sold. I have watchers on them on multiple platforms. Um, Nobody's answered any of my offers, and nobody has sent me the opportunity for an offer. So I'm kind of surprised. Um, of course, that's another item that I would hate to see go, but I got that in a huge auction lot here on Whatnot from another seller, and that was the most expensive piece that was in that lot. And so, actually, two pieces. So I really need to sell it just to cover the cost and then some of that lot. But that's been worth every penny that I paid for that lot, because I've got an education. I didn't know a lot about. I knew what they were, but I didn't know a lot about sterling silver Navajo signed watch tips jewelry. And so I still have that. I also still have the eagle, which I'm really surprised hasn't gone, because even though I don't believe it to be genuine gold, it certainly looks like it. It's very shiny. It would make a nice chain for somebody, or a nice pendant on it, like a gold, like a more of a petite chain, I think. Of course, somebody could always take it to a jeweler too and have a different bail put on it if they wanted to put a larger chain on it. There's so many possibilities. I know somebody bought one of my pirate coins for $25 because they wanted to make a pendant necklace from it. And they picked the nicest of the three, the heaviest. So it may just be you and me, Kelly. We may just be doing this as practice, and then I'll go off the air at 6:30. Hi, Ranger 90. How are you? Let me know if there's anything buy it now or auction that you want to see. All my auction prices have been lowered to $5 starting bids. So everything is $5. And considering there's only 2 to 3 people in here at a time, whoever bids will probably be the winner. That's okay. It takes a long time to build the audience back, Kelly. I was on here from 2022. Hey, thanks for the raid. Woo! Hey. Awesome, everybody. Thank you for coming. Wow. I'm so happy. Everything is starting at $5 tonight. $5. Let's see. Let's go run something. How about we do that? Let's get this show on the road. I just had to get some people in here. Let me start the gold tone eagle. This is a pendant. It has a bail on it. It is. I don't think it's real gold. I didn't test it. I could just tell kind of by the coloring that it's just imitation gold. It's probably like plated or sprayed, but it would make a really nice pendant on a necklace, particularly maybe a men's necklace. It's also, I would describe it as Native American. I do have a few other Native American pieces if anybody is interested in that. Let me just find some stuff to go over really quick. Also, I have this brand new. It's brand new. It is a waffle basket, um, actually a waffle weaved brand new J. Crew necklace. It still has the tags, and this pendant, it does open. There's nothing inside of it, but it has a magnet closure. And on the tag, the price part was cut out, not the model or the UPC code, but the price was cut off. And it's a bronze tone. So if anybody's interested in that, just let me know. I've also got some really cool vintage earrings, also J. Crew. Matching earrings. Hey, thanks for joining, Adabrock. And these are signed, and they're made of red, yellow rhinestones and coral beads. Everything starting at $5 tonight. You can also go into the buy it now, buy yourself a sticker. I gotta move this because it keeps bumping my hand, and I don't want to knock over the camera. So if anybody wants to buy like a $2 sticker or something, they can, just to get their reduced shipping started. And if there's anything you want to see, oh Kelly, you would like to buy the black pearls? Yeah, go for it. You go for it, girl. I'll pin them, and then you can see them. Yeah, there they are. Japanese vintage Akoya saltwater cultured 5mm black pearls, directly from a Japanese department store, and I never put it on. Yeah, aren't they gorgeous? It's kind of gonna break my heart because I'm very sentimental. I'm very still attached to the person that gifted these to me. I also have a set of white pearls too, but those are mine. Don't wear them very often, but I have worn them. But these aren't going to do any good just sitting in a box within a shoebox in my closet. Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for coming. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. Everything's starting at just $5. I just popped up one of the buy it now items that I was showing Kelly, the moderator here, wanted to see the pearls. But I've recently added a couple of men's pieces. I've got the men's pocket watch. It will need the battery replaced by a professional jeweler. I replace all watch batteries except for pocket watches because you need the right tools for that and you can damage them if you don't know what you're doing. So this is a brand new old stock Jeffrey Bean. It was sitting in a storage locker back in Massachusetts, and I got it from somebody here on Whatnot, and they said, hey, it still has the sticker on the back, which was right here, and I peeled the sticker off so that I could open the back and replace the battery. So really nice Jeffrey Bean brown leather strap. That was not in my last auction, nor were the Japanese black pearls, nor was the men's Bel Air pocket watch. And I'm guessing this watch is probably from the 70s or 80s. It's gold plate. Some of those models are 12 karat, but I don't believe that one is because it doesn't have the stamp on it. So it's probably just plated. Let me know if there's anything you want to see. Oh, thanks for moderating, Kelly. I see you in both chats. I appreciate that. For those of you watching on Whatnot, this is multi-broadcasted over to my YouTube channel. So make sure you guys are following that at April Davis PI. And those that are watching on YouTube, scan that QR code, sign up under my code, and you'll get $15 from Whatnot. Well, unless you already have an account. You can only do it once. And I have somebody in my show who already did that, took advantage of that, and got 2 really nice jewelry items. So thank you for that. So that was a free-for-all for everybody. Wow, I got a raid, but I think most of those people left. But thank you. I'm going to scroll through the chat here. Love all. I'll remember you. Love all one. Thank you so much for the raid. Means the world to me. I'll make sure to raid somebody in return at the end of my show, even if there's just 3 of us. Yeah, I still have the other one, Kel. This is the purple and the pink one with the white rhinestones. Still have this one. And it's got the really pretty beaded chain. It's almost like a rosary chain. But I don't think it is a rosary. It's just it's the necklace with the cross. And in fact, you have the second cross coming, the big chunky one. That was my favorite. That's the one I wanted to keep. Oh, hi. Thanks for joining, Bun Bean. Please go through the shop, see if there's anything that you're interested. Yeah, I didn't think it was, Kel. It's very pretty. But I really love the ruby one that you bought. and then the chunky one. That was my favorite, the real chunky heavy one. And I don't know if you received that box yet. There's several things coming to you in that box, several little goodies. Yeah, I send it out always send out the same day or the next day. But if I do a show like on a Saturday night or a Sunday, then it's not going to go out until Monday. But I always send in one day, but I think the mail's getting really, really backed up by now. And the postage, it all goes through Whatnot, and that's like they have a commercial account with the post office. So they probably get a discount, and I'm assuming that their packages that are under a pound probably don't go very fast through the system. No, it's not late, you're just impatient. Yeah, me too. Santa hasn't come yet for me. Santa, you're late this year. Where are you? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I didn't even do my big Christmas card exchange this year, except for just, friends and family. But Alfie, who you're not familiar with, Callie, passed away. He had his own Christmas card exchange and would receive cards from all over the world. But if anybody on the YouTube side wants to play and do the Christmas exchange, I'll be happy to do that. But the big exchange for Alfie, I mean, he had like hundreds of fans all over the world. It was just, it was becoming too much. Oh, you have the Alfie sticker. Yeah, he is the best. The love of my life. That's all I can say. The love of my life. And let me know, Kelly, if there's anything you want to see. Or Bun Bean, if you're still here, anything you'd like to see. Like I said earlier, Cal, I'm very shocked that, especially on the other platforms, which have been hopping this week for me, um, that these matching Navajo watch tips have not sold yet. And I've had several watchers, but I have not had any offers. And, maybe people are suspicious because the two experts that came in here said that I had them way too cheap, and that one said that they should sell for $650, and another person came in and said $600 to $800. Well, basically, I can show you here. Like here is like a men's watch, and so a jeweler would take the band off, and they would put these watch tips like right here on each side, like it's like watch jewelry, and then they somehow attach the rest of the band through the bottom. I'm not quite sure how it's done. I would definitely take it to a jeweler to do it. I wouldn't even attempt it myself because you have to take the little lugs off to, like you're exchanging a watch band, but then you have to somehow attach like part of a band. I've seen a lot of people use it with metal bands, and then they somehow attach the metal like loops over this bottom bar. These are sterling silver, and they are highlighted in 12 karat yellow gold. It's just gold plate on the gold, but most of the watch tips do not come in gold. They just come in stainless or sterling. And these are actual sterling with the 12 karat gold filled leaves around the eagle. So these are so cool. And for anybody who wants to know, they are 14 millimeter lug width. I've had somebody actually sent me that on another app and said, what's the lug width? Because most men's lug widths are, like 15 to 20, and these are 14. Now, it's not that they wouldn't fit a 15 lug width, because they would, but there would just be a little bit of space, like a half a lug width millimeter on each side. But if you had a watch that was smaller than 14, you would need to get a different watch, at least the watch face. Any band would work. It's just that you need the right width. These little pieces that are at the bottom of the watch that hold the band. There's like a little metal bar. I don't know what they call it. Holds in the band, and those pieces pop right out. And then you attach the tips on either side of the watch dial. And they are hand carved, these are handmade. These are not made by a machine. So the artwork is just absolutely gorgeous. I am so tempted if they don't sell, I'm just going to take them to a local jeweler and say, "Hey, can you just sell me an inexpensive, men's watch, maybe even a woman's watch? And do you have like a gold or silver metal band that would attach to these tips?" And then I might, then put that item up online like, "Hey, I do think they are men's, but since women are wearing big watches, a woman could wear these as well." I just think they're more better suited for a man. If there's anything anybody wants to see, I can start running the items. Should have been running items faster when I had the raid. I'm surprised this hasn't gone yet. This is the Jessica Simpson hat. I just pinned it. That's in the buy it now. And I do have offers turned on in the buy it now. I'm also shocked, and if it doesn't sell, I'm keeping it. Since Kelly has my favorite cross, I am surprised that the origami owl set, the necklace with the pendants, the charms, I'm surprised that has not gone yet. But hey, that, like the pearls, won't make me sad if it goes. Well, I got about 5 more minutes in this show, folks. So if there's anything anybody wants me to run, let me know now, and I'll just start running it. $5 starts on all of the auction items. Yeah, sorry, not sorry about the cross. Well, I'm glad you got it, Kelly, because I know it'll be in great hands. Yeah, that was my favorite. I can't even remember which jewelry lot that came out of, but I get these big lots, and then I start pulling everything out, like the good stuff, and then, I mean, it's all good. If it's bad, I toss it. Now I'm gonna set a craft bag aside for the craft pieces, but I have one more box left that is in my garage. I think I have it in the buy it now for $25. I've sold 12 out of the 13 boxes already between the other apps, and everybody sent me great feedback saying that they loved the jewelry and that it was all wearable and they were all good pieces. So I have one box left, and it's already taped up. That's why I didn't bring it. But there are pictures in my store, so you can see the pictures of it. And those usually go like lightning quick. I put those up across all apps, and they usually sell within a couple of days. Or I get somebody sending me offers for them. They're already bagged and tagged. Kel, you should do this. You're going to be retired soon, and you could have a side hustle here. If you decide to do this, you need to use my seller's code, which I can always email to you or text to you. The seller's code that'll help you get onto the app as a seller. And then Whatnot, they will match anything that you sell in your first show up to $150. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Make sure you ask me to send you the code. It's separate from the buyer's code, but they have a deal right now where if you do your first show, whatever you sell up to 150, they'll match it in your account. And I don't know if you're aware of this, Cal, but once you hit 1,000 sales, and I've already, because I was off here for more than a year, I've got, I guess, somewhere in the mid 200 range sales as far as the quantity. But once you sell 1,000, the account changes and it becomes instant pay. So you don't have to wait until the buyer receives their item and rates it. Like, I don't think they have to rate it for you to receive your pay. It's not like Mercari where you have to wait 72 hours for somebody to rate, or it auto rates by an IE bot. But that would be cool. I'd definitely attend your shows. Hey, here's an idea. I could be your mod. It's fun. And then if somebody sends you a tip, that also, I think, goes into the account instantly, and there's no commissions or fees on that. It just goes into your funds. But, I'm not a seller on a large level here where I may reach 1,000. Hi, wild puppies. How are you? Please let me know what you want to see. I've got a few men's items and women's items. I've got a few, little inexpensive $2 items in the buy it now if you want to open up your discounted shipping. I am Ryan's mom. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I've got some new men's watches in here. I got a new old stock Jeffrey Bean that I didn't have before that literally came from a storage auction. Oh, hey, thanks for the tip. Hey, unnecessary. I will have $1 at the end of tonight's show, at the very least. Thank you so much. But this is bomb. I need to learn more about these. What I did learn when I received this is a vintage men's pocket watch, is that it definitely needs to have the battery changed by a jeweler because they're somehow sealed in such a way that they are dustproof and waterproof. So if anybody, bids on this, or I'd have to look to see if it's in the auction tab or the buy it now, but this watch, this is bomb. And it does have to have the battery changed by a professional jeweler. So I'm hoping that would be enough. It seems like it's in perfect condition. It doesn't have a scratch on it. Even the dial is like, it's just literally in perfect shape. There's no way I'm going to open it with my regular um, watch tools because there's no way I want to damage it. And it has like a male with a hunting rifle. No, I'm not into hunting. And a dog, like a hunting dog, like a coon dog. So that's a very nice men's item. And then it has the ornate flowers on the back. Oh yeah, this is actually a scarf clip. Well, not a clip, but well, it is if you want to call it a clip, but it's you put it on a scarf. It's not a ring. It's a scarf slide. That's what I was trying to think of the name slide. Some people would call it a clip, but it's not a clip. It's a slide. Because they also make like button clips, and those are not button clips or blouse clips. It is rhinestones pink in white or clear. They're all sparkly and they're all there, and it's on a gold tone setting. But it's for scarves, a scarf slide. It's probably extremely vintage, but I don't know for sure because I can't find one exactly like it online. If it was contemporary, I'd probably be able to pick it up on Google Lens, but I'm not picking it up on Google Lens. It's really chunky. We really don't wear scarves out here in LA, you know. We don't really wear scarves for the Santa Ana wind event, so. But if you lived in San Francisco or Seattle, where it's all windy and foggy and cool and you have your little scarf around your neck, like, yeah. Or someone that wears a scarf with their business attire. I'm a surveillance investigator. I only wore the business suits to the business meetings, but when you're on surveillance, it's layers of clothes that you can remove as the car heats up throughout the day. This is really interesting too. I don't know much about this because I can't find one exactly like it. This is an enamel brooch, and it's got the clear or white rhinestones on it. There's like a flower. Almost looks like a daisy in the center. And then it's got the pen in the back. It looks like it's never been worn. I don't even recall where that came from. Probably out of one of my blue boxes. Because I know I didn't buy that. I mean, I bought it, but it was in a lot. I didn't buy it as an individual piece. And like I said, I will say it again for new people coming in. I am shocked that the men's Navajo signed watch tips, that they're still here. I just can't believe it. Very shocking. I still think that's going to go before Christmas. It may not go on Whatnot, but it's definitely going to go somewhere. And if it doesn't, it was meant to be for me to keep them and take them to a jeweler and have him or her professionally install them on a watch. I don't know if you've ever seen this, Kel. This is a brooch, but it can also be a necklace, but it's extremely heavy. Hi, Bella. It's a giraffe. And I bought it when I first started Whatnot, and I never wore it. And I love giraffes. It's got the pen on the back, and it's also got a bail. It's big and it's heavy. I could measure. It's probably about 4 or 5 inches long. And it's got 2 different kinds of gold on it. It's very, very nice. Hi, Hachi316. Thanks for coming. Please check out the Buy It Now. Check out my auction tab in the shop. I will show you and run anything that you wish to see. And thank you again to the lovely who rated us early. I'm going to have to go through this show at the end, and I'm going to have to start. I need to start making a mental list or an actual physical list of when I've been getting these rates, because I want to be able to pay it back to those people as well. The coin with a cross. Oh, these are the pirate coins, Bella. There's 3 of them. And I can run them for $5. Yeah, I'll run these right now. You know, I had another one of these that already sold on Whatnot, and somebody paid $25 for the one coin. Whoops. Here we go. Oh, thanks for the follow, Bella. I'll make sure to follow you back after the show. Yeah, it's running now. These are pirate coins. They're all different colors. There you go. But yeah, there was another one that was a little bit heavier, and it sold on here for $25. Somebody begged me to put it up. They actually saw me buy it in a big auction. Oh, the other side? Sure. Here's the back. In fact, let me just move the camera, and then you'll be able to see them. That's one side. And then let me, I'll set this down, and I'll flip them over. And then you can see the back sides. They came out of an auction lot that I bought here. Bought a big, huge lot from another Whatnot seller. And that's where I got the, it was the same auction that had the Navajo watch tips. Also the same auction where I got the coins that came from 1900 and 1920. Now let me tell you, these have got to be way more valuable than what I've got them listed at, because they're so old and they're in good shape. Most coins of that age, you can't even read the date. So, and I have not cleaned these. I have not attempted to clean these because I'm not a professional coin person. That is something that I would definitely take into a coin expert. Yeah, I never attempt to clean an expensive jewelry piece or an expensive or any type of coin that's an old coin. Even these, I think these need to be polished up, these Navajo watch tips. But I'm going to let the buyer take care of that on their end. Now, all the other watches, like I change all the batteries, except for this new one that just came in. This is a vintage Bel Air men's pocket watch. These are sealed. Which one would you like to see? The pocket watch or the Geoffrey Beene? Which one do you want to see? You want to see this one? The pocket watch? Okay. This is the men's Bel Air. And it's got the hunters. Well, the hunter and the dog. And it does need a battery. Like I said, it would have to go to a jeweler. I also have, let me just move the camera so you get a better look at it. This is a brand new, but new old stock Geoffrey Beene. I got it from another seller. They took it out of a storage locker in Massachusetts, I believe. It still had the sticker on the back. All I had to do was take that sticker off and pop the new battery in. And let me flip it over. You can see it's a brand new, genuine leather Geoffrey Beene band. So not like a, it's not like a Rolex, but nice inexpensive, men's watch. Looks good with a leather band. I also have a woman's Christmas one. I think it's listed here. Yeah, I think I put it in just before the show. This is a Santa Claus watch, and I think this could be used. I don't know where I got it from, but I just put a new battery in that yesterday just to test it, make sure it was still going to run, and looked good. It looked clean on the inside. So I have the woman's watch. I have the men's Geoffrey Beene, and I have this awesome pocket watch. And, I have to admit, I don't know a lot about, I can't open this any further than this. It only opens halfway like that. And it's got the date. So, but yeah, this definitely would have to go to a jeweler to get the battery replaced. And then the back is very ornate. It's very cool. I like it, but I'm not a hunter. I don't know any hunters. I don't know of a man that I could gift this to. But I know there'll be somebody on here that'll need to buy it for, like a Christmas gift for somebody. And let me go to, I'm going to look and see which tab that's under. I see the Christmas watch is under the auction. Oh, okay. The men's, both of the men's watches are under the buy it now. And I do have, I believe, I should have offers turned on those items. Well, something just crashed in my bedroom and there's nobody there. And it scared my kitty who's sleeping next to me. Yeah, a box just fell over. An empty box, but yet, and we didn't just have an earthquake, so that's kind of weird. I know. Last night I was thinking about somebody that I lost, and my coins. I have a coin bucket in the kitchen, and it fell over. It fell over about a week ago too. Same deal. Sitting in the living room, and it was starting to get a little teary-eyed and sentimental, and the quarter bucket tipped over. And it tipped over hard last night. I mean, I heard all the quarters just go flying across the counter. I was like, okay, I hear you. Thanks for visiting. Yeah, nothing to be scared about, though. The first time I was just like, well, maybe it just tipped over. And I kept trying to tip it over myself, like, how did this happen? And then it happened again last night. Hi, Robert. Hey, I'm glad to see a guy come in here. I would assume you are a guy, Robert. because I've got some really nice men's pieces now to add to the women's jewelry. I've got a brand new old stock Jeffrey Bean watch in the Buy It Now. And this other really new piece, it's vintage. It's a Bel Air men's pocket watch. And it's got like the hunter and the dog on the front. It does need a battery, and I have changed the batteries in the watches, but I will not change the batteries in a pocket watch because those are specially sealed to keep dust and moisture out of these watches. So if anybody is interested in this, they are going to have to take this Bel Air pocket watch to a professional jeweler to have the battery exchanged. It looks vintage, I'm guessing maybe 70s or 80s. I'm just not sure. It did come out of a storage facility, I know, in the Midwest. Exactly where, I don't know. But the same person I got it from does buy a lot of estate auctions, so it could have come from an estate auction. But most of the things I buy from him are storage locker finds. So I don't know the history, I don't know the age, and I cannot find that exact model online. I've seen several that are similar, but not that exact one. And so I've listed it in the Buy It Now at what they sell for online, similar pieces. And then somebody can always shoot me an offer if they're interested in the Jeffrey Bean or they're interested in the men's pocket watch. And Robert, if you're still here, I'll let you know that I still have the men's watch tips, the Navajo watch tips. Yeah, that's a little bit more expensive, but they are dramatically underpriced for what they're actually worth. This has been a huge education when those showed up in my auction lot. I don't even think the seller was aware those were in there. I was like, oh my God, I've always wanted to find a pair of these. And there was a set. And they're signed by the Navajo artist. So, yeah. And thank you to whoever is still watching this show over on the YouTube app. You guys, I'm April Davis PI across most platforms. Yeah, funny that box just tipped over. You should have seen the look, Kelly, on the cat's face. She's sitting next to me, sound asleep, and she just wide-eyed looked into the bedroom like, oh my God, what was that? I don't think the bunny picked up on it. Yes, exactly. The oh crap look. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and since we don't have a lot of people in here, Kel, usually when you do attend a whatnot auction, people are actually running their items. Here's this, here's that. Um, I can start doing that, but I don't want to just be talking to the air. Hi, Lils. Thanks for coming in. If there's anything you'd like to see, let me know. I have the typical women's costume jewelry items, some vintage, and I've just added a few really nice men's pieces. There's a few inexpensive items in the Buy It Now if you want to open up your discounted shipping. Some stickers, some Pokemon cards for the kids. And I do still have the 3 pirate coins if anybody needs, like a stocking stuffer for their children. Yeah, I have 3 of those left in a lot. They're just going to be sold in a lot. Elia V. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right, but thank you for coming. And I still, I haven't sold the J. Crew earrings yet. I'm very surprised. These are signed and they're definitely vintage. They go for about $25 online too. So if anybody's a reseller, you won't hurt my feelings to get these for, $5. I'm just trying to weed out the inventory to close out my year. Yeah, I've actually gone a little overtime here. I was only going to come on for a half hour, and I've been on the air almost an hour. But we don't have any buyers tonight. We got lookers, but no takers. And as I've said before, if you're new here, I do sell my items across all platforms, all online platforms, at least the major ones. But you will find it in this show to be the best deal. Once the show is over, most of the items are offline. I was hoping to get some big purchases or big sales in here tonight, and then I could do the buyer's givey, but that hasn't happened. Yeah, the buyer's givey is really cool. It's some emeralds. Please let me know if there's anything in the shop you'd like me to run. And also, hey Kel, just to let you know, I still have the Jade Dragon. Yeah, the Jade Dragon has not sold yet. I'm hoping the closer to Christmas that we get, that I get some of these bigger pieces sold. No matter what platform they sell on. I am shocked that the dragon hasn't sold. And this came from a collector. This came from a collector in Michigan, and she had passed away. And another reseller got this. He got first dibs on some of her items. And he got 2 truckloads, and everything that he got, I've already sold. Like everything sold immediately, except for the dragon. Same collector had a really nice cloisonne owl that was just gorgeous. And other than my cloisonne bracelets, I don't have any cloisonne pieces left. But that owl was just, it just broke my heart. Like, had I sold the dragon, I probably would have kept the owl. I also got some really cool coins out of that lot, and they've all already sold. They sold on another platform just a few days ago. There were some really nice coins in that lot. It was like a lot of 20. Oh, let me look. It should be in the buy it now. That's weird. Didn't transfer over? That's really bizarro. Let me look at the auction lots. You know, I don't understand why Whatnot does this. Because it's in there when the show is off, but it didn't come on. And I gotta run this British coin because somebody. Yeah, the Great Britain 20 cent, or is that the right? Nope, wrong piece. Yeah, this piece. Somebody was waiting for this, so I'm going to run this. I didn't know that wasn't in there. Thanks for letting me know, you know. Now, when I turn off the show, there's a few pieces that are left, and that's one of the pieces. But for some reason, it didn't get assigned to a show. I can always add it, though, during the show. You can add, like, in the middle of a show. Sorry about that. I'll run this one more time. Somebody's got this bookmarked, this piece. This is the Great Britain 1/2 penny from 1920. Oh, you bookmarked it? Yeah, I don't know why the dragon didn't transfer over, because I cloned everything from the last show into this show. Therefore, you don't have to do each item one at a time. You can just clone from your prior shows. That's so odd. Whatnot. There's so many glitches, but not as many glitches as there are on other sites that we won't mention here. But I can always add them. Hi, Nana. Thanks for coming. If there's anything you'd like to see, just let me know. I should be going off the air soon. I came on a little early, but thanks for letting me know, my moderator Kelly, that the dragon is not in the show. Huh? That's so odd, because I know as soon as when I end the show and I go raid somebody, it's gonna pop up in the shop. Hi, Blue Susie Q. Yeah, I do need to run it. But you know, a lot of people on Whatnot, they're just looking for the $5, $10 items. Now, if I was one of these big YouTubers that had like 1 million followers, then I could run it at any price I wanted and it would sell immediately. But it should be showing up in the buy it now. I know the pearls showed up and the new watches showed up, so I don't know why the dragon didn't show up. Also, Kelly, I don't know if you saw these, but I added these. These are in the buy it now. This is Bath and Body Works. It's the hand gel hand sanitizer. And those are actually going to be worth some money because it was just announced tonight that the uh, Bath and Body Works LGBTQ plus products are going to be not made anymore. I don't really follow all that, but there's a big seller on here who sells this, and she was selling a lot of things in her show tonight. I think I got these as giveies, and she said, "Yeah, Bath and Body Works, they are discontinuing that line." So I guess I might need to hold on to those. Hi, Laura. Thanks for joining. And Kelly, as soon as the show is over, I'm going to go try to find out why the dragon is not in the buy it now. Because it was before. Yeah, and I have it exactly at what it's worth, too. With the chance for an offer. So, geez. I don't know. I know when I try to put things on the marketplace, then they don't transfer into the shows like they used to. So now I avoid running items on the marketplace because I want them in my show. I need somebody with, like, 1,000 people on the show to come raid me. I don't think I know anybody that big, personally. This is good practice for you, Cal, so when you get your own store. That'll be so fun. I'd watch you. I'd moderate you as long as it wasn't like early in the morning. That's when I'm getting my beauty rest. And I do need to cook some dinner soon. I haven't eaten much today, just a little bit. I finally put in the show notes, Kelly. If you see that on the top left-hand corner of your screen, I couldn't see them before, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't set those. And it was making me absolutely crazy because they're supposed to be at the top left-hand corner of the screen. But the reason I couldn't see mine is because I was running a poll. And when you run a poll, that blocks the ability to set up your show notes. And I was like, are you serious? It is a glitch, whatnot, that needs to be fixed. They need to remove the show notes tab away from the poll tab. So that's why I'm not running the poll tonight. But I'm getting ready to carry the show over to somebody else. We're going to go raid somebody. Who are we going to raid? Let's see. We're going to raid Dreamcatchers. Thanks for coming, everybody. Let's go.